Let me show you on how to improve the feeling and understanding for your car by just listening to it. Welcome to Boonatix, the community for simracing beginners and enthusiasts alike. If you're new to this channel and haven't done so far, please consider subscribing to not miss any of the upcoming updates, videos and live workshops that I'm doing, and just, ring the sub notification bell to get notified every time I post something new. So today's video is just short and simple, a very interesting trick and fix for everyone out there who is just getting into the game, or maybe, spent quite a few hours but is struggling to understand what the car is doing, how it behaves. And this is actually a trick I found out myself when I'm getting into sim racing last year, talking with some people, and I think actually it is a very important and crucial aspect because it's a big differentiation in the game if you want to move away a bit from the immersion, but better understand and get better feedback of what your car is doing. And it all has to do with your hearing. So fortunately enough, in contradiction to the real world, in the game you can actually change and adapt what you want to hear and how much you want to hear. And Assetto Corsa Competizione has really cool sound options that you can adapt and tweak for your preferences. Now, why would you want to do that? The most important thing here is actually that the game differentiates between engine sounds, chassis sounds, damage, and most importantly, your tires and your brakes. So this is actually adding a whole other dimension of feedback. Not only are you depending on your force feedback, your wheelbase, and what your gear is telling you about your car, but you can use this option to actually listen and notice what's going on with your car to help you improve and understand much better what the car is doing right now, to get faster and get rid of some mistakes, and really also, I think most crucially, because it's a struggle that everyone out there has getting into sim racing and Assetto Corsa Competizione, stop you from constantly pushing and overdriving your car, which is in fact just slowing you down. So let's just take a look what these options are and how you can use them for your benefit. So here we are in the main menu of the game. You want to head to the options and then go to audio, and you immediately see that my settings might look very different from what you have right now. The master channel just regulates the overall volume, but you can see I tuned down onboard engine and exterior engine, as well as chassis, damage, opponents, weather, ambience, basically everything that is not related to the tires. And the tires are actually the only thing I upped to 100%. If you're wondering why my radio comms and starting comms in spotter are on 0, it's because I started using cruise shift as an alternative, and I also decreased the music and user interface and video sequences sounds for my live streaming experience. But you now might wonder, why would I decrease the onboard engine sounds and the chassis and damage and the opponents all the way? Because the reason is, tires are the most important audio feedback you get in the game. And you can use that to your advantage, because the engine sounds in the game are actually so loud that when tuning it down, like in the options like that, and just finding the balance with your volume in general, you will still hear a lot of your engines, of your opponents, but be sure to just, if it's not quite there, just tweak it to your own preferences. This is just a suggestion as to how I have set it. But now the most important part here is why you're probably asking yourself, why do I want tire noises? Is that everyone who is getting into sim racing and in Assetto Corsa Competizione is struggling to find the grip limit of a car. And you will hear the grip limits, what your tires are doing, and when you are overdriving the car. It means that when you just drive a car gently and just, accelerate, brake, coast through a corner, you won't hear a lot. But once you start braking a bit later, braking harder, turning in the car harder, you will notice a tire scrubbing sound, which is basically the tire getting to the grip limit, scrubbing over the tarmac. And what's also beneficial here is you will hear your ABS and brakes work better, much better. And you will then also hear, once your tires start to lose grip, when the scrubbing sound starts to transition more into like a squealing sound, because the tires are just sliding across the tarmac. And this is beneficial for everyone out there who is just struggling to find the limit of the car. And just maybe some of you out there are just wondering, I don't really know what my car is doing. I have some force feedback. Maybe you have a challenge to interpret the force feedback, which is totally fine. And then these audio settings will just help you to hear when you are approaching the grip limit, to then maybe let go a bit of the throttle and try to balance the car. You know, you will instantly hear when you are oversteering and turning it too much, because the scrubbing noise will get louder and louder until it will transition into a squealing noise. And these are then all your indicators that you are overdriving the car and losing a lot of time. So let's just check in on board and listen closely on the tire scrubbing while I'm turning in the car. So at the beginning of the lap you heard the tire scrubbing, car getting to the grip limit when turning in the car, but still it was not sliding, it was on the race line. And at the end of the lap you could actually hear and see the opposite. When I was overdriving the car, losing control, tires really sliding across the tarmac, the shredding and, you know, little squealing noises getting louder and louder. And yeah, I mean, you could see that I was losing control, but you could also hear the difference. And this is your important take from this video, to listen in with these audio options what your car is doing, and to like learn from that, and just, you know, take note and remember how it sounds when you're getting to the limit of the grip, when you're on the line and really nailing it, and how it sounds when you're basically overdriving the car. Let's just check another example where I actually decrease the engine sounds even more to 30%. And let's see if it makes even more difference for you to listen in on the tire scrubbing noises. Could you hear that in the beginning, in the first few turns, there was like a bit more scrubbing, a bit less, or even no scrubbing? That means that in some corners I'm pushing the car to the grip limit, and in some corners I don't. So that as well is an important indicator on your journey to improve your pace, understand your car much better. And now you have one of the secrets when you're watching the next live stream of my community races, or, you know, one of the other much quicker guys on his next esports race, to pay more attention to what's going on in the background with their noise levels, if they did the same adaptations, and if you can spot differences in, you know, the sounds of their tires and how their car is behaving and moving around the track. I hope this was interesting to you and you learned something new. If you enjoyed the video, please leave me a thumbs up to support the channel. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the sub notification bell to not miss any of my upcoming videos, all the cool content and the workshops that are going on. You will have noticed that the channel membership is available from now on, which is you being able to support me with just a small monthly fee, growing the channel, growing the features that I can add. We have now a new community open public lobby where you can find the password in my Discord community, and by adding the membership, you basically help me keep the lobby running, keep the Discord running, keep basically everything running and everything growing, and just, you know, show your appreciation. So unlock some unique badges, unique emojis, and gain access to my members only zone in Discord by activating the membership. It would be very much appreciated. Thank you for all the support from all the people out there so far. I hope you enjoyed the show, and I see you soon. Take care, stay safe. Boonatix out. Bye bye.